Hi, good day, mga paisano and paisana. I'm Alex.
I'm Jillian.
I'm Jobert.
I'm Destiny.
I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Kent.
Today we'll take you on a journey through one of the most influential chapters in world history.
The rise of Islam and the Crusades.
Together, we'll explore how Islam began, how it spread across continents, the powerful dynasties that shaped its golden age, and finally, how the Crusades altered the medieval world.
Let's begin! To understand Islam's beginnings, we first look at Arabia, a vast peninsula connecting Asia and Africa. This region was the homeland of Semitic peoples, such as the Babylonians, Arameans, Phoenicians, Jews, and Arabs. Arabia's landscape, its deserts, oases, and bustling coastal towns shaped the lives of its people. And from this land emerged three lasting legacies: the faith of Islam, the legendary kingdom of the Queen of Sheba, and much later, the discovery of oil. These would all play major roles in global history.
The Arabs were admired for their courage and strength. Traditionally, they were divided into two major groups: the Bedouins, the desert nomads who survived by herding and sometimes raiding caravans; the coastal Arabs who lived in towns, traded, farmed, and developed thriving markets. Interestingly, Bedouin comes from the word Baidu, meaning one who lives in the open desert. This lifestyle influenced their values of hospitality, loyalty, and honor.
To fully understand, Islam began in Mecca, and the word Islam means submission to the will of Allah, and its followers, Muslims, are those who surrender to God. Today, Islam stands as the world's second largest religion, one that continues to shape cultures, societies, and global history.
There's one person who uplifted the Islam. Muhammad, whose name means highly praised, was born around 570 AD in Mecca. Orphaned at an early age, he learned perseverance and humility. He worked as a camel driver, gained a reputation for honesty, and eventually married Khadijah, a wealthy widow. As a successful merchant, Muhammad often withdrew to the desert for reflection, seeking clarity amidst Mecca's growing social and moral problems.
However, early Muslims faced intense persecution from the Quraysh tribe in Mecca. As a result, Muhammad and his followers fled to Yathrib, which later became Medina, the city of the Prophet. This migration, known as the Hijra, meaning breaking of the bonds, marks year one of the Islamic calendar. In Medina, a strong Muslim community formed. By 630 CE, Muhammad triumphantly returned to Mecca and dedicated the Kaaba to the worship of one God.
To guide their faith, these are the important things and places. The Quran serves as Islam's holy scripture with 114 chapters. The mosque is the Muslim place of worship. The Kaaba, meaning cube, stands at the heart of Mecca's Grand Mosque and is the focus of Muslim prayer and pilgrimage.
What keeps the global Muslim community united? The answer lies in the 5 pillars of Islam, core duties that shape daily life and spiritual practice. Shahada or faith means belief in one God and Muhammad as his messenger. Salat or prayer means performing 5 daily prayers facing Mecca. Zakat or charity means giving 2.5% of one's wealth to the poor. Psalm or fasting means observing Ramadan for self-discipline and reflection. Hajj or pilgrimage means a once-in-a-lifetime journey to Mecca for those able. These pillars foster discipline, unity, and compassion among Muslims worldwide. Islamic life is guided by the Quran and the Sunnah, the teachings and practices of Muhammad. Together, they shape Sharia or Islamic law. Muslims around the world belong to the Ummah, a global community united by faith, culture, and shared values.
Two major Islamic festivals highlight the community's unity. Eid al-Fitr, celebrated at the end of Ramadan, Eid al-Adha, which commemorates Abraham's willingness to sacrifice his son. Additionally, the Arabic language binds Muslim cultures together, as it is the language of the Quran. These shared traditions help maintain a vibrant and connected Islamic world.
After the death of Muhammad in 632 CE, leadership passed to the Rashidun Caliphs, a group of 4 rightly guided leaders. Under their guidance, the Muslim community expanded beyond Arabia into Persia, the Levant, and North Africa. The Rashidun Caliphate emphasized justice, consultation, and unity, leaving a legacy of governance that resonated for generations. The Umayyad Caliphate ushered in a new era. Centered in Damascus, they expanded the empire to its greatest territorial extent, stretching from Spain in the west to India in the east. The Umayyads left behind stunning architectural achievements, such as the Dome of the Rock, a symbol of Islamic culture and faith. In 750 CE, the Abbasid dynasty overthrew the Umayyads and shifted the capital to Baghdad. This era is often referred to as the Golden Age of Islam. Baghdad became a center of learning and innovation. Scholars made groundbreaking advances in mathematics, medicine, astronomy, and philosophy, preserving and expanding upon the knowledge of ancient civilizations. By the 10th century, the vast empire began to fragment. Independent states such as the Fatimid Caliphate in North Africa, the Seljuk Empire in Persia, and the Andalusian Caliphate in Spain emerged, each contributing uniquely to Islamic civilization. The Muslim world faced external challenges, including the Crusades and the devastating Mongol invasions. Despite these setbacks, Islamic culture and institutions persisted, adapting to changing circumstances. The Ottoman Empire emerged as a dominant power, uniting much of the Islamic world under its rule. From their capital in Istanbul, the Ottomans blended Islamic and European influences, creating a unique cultural legacy. Today, the legacy of the Muslim Empire is evident in art, science, philosophy, and governance. The empire's contributions laid the groundwork for the modern world, fostering a spirit of inquiry and cultural exchange. The history of the Muslim Empire is a testament to the enduring power of faith, unity, and human ingenuity. As we look to the future, its lessons remain as relevant as ever. The history of the Muslim Empire is a testament to the enduring power of faith, unity, and human ingenuity. As we look to the future, its lessons remain as relevant as ever.
The year is 1095. Europe is restless. Kingdoms rise and fall, nobles feud, and faith governs every aspect of life. But soon, a single call from the Pope will send tens of thousands marching across continents, not for conquest or gold, but in the name of God. This is the story of the Crusades, a 200-year clash of faith, power, and ambition that shaped the world we live in today. It all began when the Byzantine Empire, the last remnant of the ancient Romans, faced growing pressure from the Muslim Seljuk Turks. Emperor Alexios I asked for military aid from the West. At the Council of Clermont, Pope Urban II seized the moment. He called upon Christians to take up the cross and reclaim the Holy Land, especially Jerusalem, from Muslim control. His words ignited Europe. The promise, forgiveness of sins, eternal salvation, and the glory of fighting for Christ. Knights, peasants, and even children responded. Some out of faith, others for adventure, and many for wealth or status. The First Crusade was chaotic, brutal, and somehow successful. After a long, deadly march through Europe and Anatolia, the Crusaders reached Jerusalem in 1099. What followed was one of history's bloodiest sieges. When the city fell, thousands of its Muslim and Jewish inhabitants were massacred. Yet, in Europe's eyes, it was a triumph. Crusader states were established, like the Kingdom of Jerusalem, ruled by European nobles in the heart of the Middle East. For the first time, the West had planted its banner in the Holy Land. But the Crusaders' victories wouldn't last. Muslim leaders, divided for years, began to unite under strong figures. The most famous was Saladin, the Sultan of Egypt and Syria, a man respected even by his enemies for his wisdom and chivalry. In 1187, Saladin crushed the Crusader army at the Battle of Hattin and retook Jerusalem. The loss shocked Europe. In response, kings across the continent, including Richard the Lionheart of England, launched the Third Crusade. This was the age of legends. Two powerful men, Richard and Saladin, facing each other across battlefields and negotiations. Though Richard's forces achieved victories and even reached the gates of Jerusalem, the city remained in Muslim hands. In the end, both leaders agreed to a truce. Christian pilgrims could safely visit Jerusalem, but it would remain under Muslim control. It wasn't victory, but it was peace, at least for a time. Over the next century, more crusades followed, but few achieved their goals. Some turned against Christian rivals, like the Fourth Crusade in 1204, when Crusaders infamously sacked Constantinople, a Christian city. Others targeted Muslims in Spain, pagans in the Baltic, or even heretics in Europe itself. By the late 1200s, the last Crusader strongholds in the Holy Land fell. The age of Crusades was over, yet their legacy endured in trade, in cultural exchange, and in centuries of tension between East and West. The Crusades weren't just wars of religion. They were stories of faith and fanaticism, heroism and cruelty, of people driven by belief, ambition, and fear. They reshaped borders, spread ideas, and left behind a complex heritage still debated today. And while their battles ended centuries ago, their echoes of conflict, faith, and human ambition still linger in our world. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories that shaped our world. Because history isn't just about the past, it's about understanding who we are today.